House Ways and Means Committee has issued subpoenas compelling witnesses to testify about political interference and the preferential treatment alleged in the Hunter Biden investigation.
And joining us to discuss, Republican Congressman from North Carolina and member of the Ways and Means Committee, Representative Greg Murphy. Congressman, great to have you with us here. Special Counsel David Weiss claimed that he was being prevented from bringing charges against President Biden's son, Hunter Biden. Plus, the DOJ and IRS allegedly refused to comply with multiple requests as well. Where are you at this point in your investigation?
Well, Katrina, you know, David Weiss has gone back and forth whether he could have had the ability to prosecute, whether he couldn't have had the ability to prosecute. You know, Ways and Means, we brought forth the two first whistleblowers to talk about how slow things had been walked throughout the IRS and then with the DOJ. And now Jason Smith, our chairman, is now subpoenaing further witnesses so we can really find out who knew what and when they knew what. It's sad. It is absolutely heartbreaking, Katrina, that you find out the duplicity and the absolute negligence and guilt that's seen in our government in trying to hide up not only the government's son, but what will actually eventually, in my opinion, lead to the president himself.
Let me ask you this. What is the difference between the committee's investigation and anything that might be what's officially called an impeachment inquiry?
Well, what we're doing is building a case, John, because, I'm sorry, Bob, it's because, you know, Pelosi brought impeachment to the floor just as an emotional thing. The woman doesn't know anything except politics. And impeachment is not something that we should do easily just because we don't like a president. You have to build an airtight case. And I know many Republicans are upset we haven't done it so far. I don't do things, and our caucus does not do things just for show. We want to bring an airtight case to the American people and show them with email records, with telephone records, absolutely how the president essentially sold his office as vice president for money and for political gain. We want these details. We want the facts out there. And so this is what an impeachment inquiry, which I believe will start fairly soon, will begun rather than just jumping at the floor and going to impeachment.
Congressman, that makes sense and it sounds practical, but I know that there's big media out there, and I know I'm bombarded on Twitter and social media all the time with people saying, just show me the evidence. Where is the evidence? And well, that's what you're working on. So it seems that a lot of people who are very much Biden supporters just want to sweep this under the rug and say the GOP has no evidence. This is a total scam. They're making it all up. What do you say to them?
I'd say nonsense, absolute nonsense. Because if you look at what the media has done, of course they just want to sweep it up under the roof or under the rug, because they didn't cover any of the stuff a few weeks ago about Hunter Biden. And those individuals that say there's no evidence there, my God, there was absolutely no evidence with the nonsense that Adam Schiff brought forth against President Trump. There's absolute evidence, and we see these in emails, texts, conversations, depositions. Yes, we want to bring absolute fact forward for the American people and let them be the judge.
Let me ask you about, we have a president with 4 indictments, a former president, I should say. We also have a debate coming on amongst a number of other Republican candidates. What is your read on what's going on right now? I'm kind of curious what a representative like yourself is thinking about.
Yeah, you know, Bob, we're walking and chewing gum at the same time, trying to see what's happening with President Trump. 91 indictments. It's just which Democratic DA or prosecutor can come out of the woods and then try to compete and do the next one. I mean, now we actually have bond set, which had not been done in any of the charges before. This is absolute a two-system of justice that's going on in this country, where we're not doing anything with Hunter and the president, and they're attacking the former president, Trump, in so many avenues. That's even if they were going to do it, why haven't they done it before? As far as the presidential debate, President Trump is not going to be there, so I think a lot of the attacks will be on Ron DeSantis, who is the second highest vote getter at this point in time. So it'll be interesting to see. Will be interesting to see if Ramaswamy jumps up in the polls or any of the other individuals break out.
All right, Congressman Greg Murphy, thank you so much for being with us, sir.
Have a great day, guys. Thank you.
You too.